Hey guys, how's it going? This is Figure Finder Shane here, doing my first video. I'm going to show off my action figure collection. Figure I'll tell you a little bit about myself. I keep my figures in the package, as you can see here. I don't keep them all in. I've taken a few Marvel Universe out and some Marvel Legends, some 6-inch figures. Other than that, there's not really much to know about me, just that I've only been collecting for a couple years, so I haven't been collecting that long. But I wanted to start out with one of my favorite series of figures here. And this is the Loki figure from the Avengers exclusive Walmart figures. I really liked this one a lot. Move on. The next one is Iron Man from that series. Then we've got Thor. Pretty nice figure. We've got Hawkeye, which I dislike Hawkeye. I like anyone with a bow and arrow. Then Captain America. I was actually lucky to find these figures. They weren't at many Walmarts. So. And my favorite one from that series, the Hulk figure. I like him a lot. So that's the Avengers figures. Next we can move on to DC Comics Unlimited here. Here is DC Comics Unlimited Superman, the first one of that series. There's Hawkman, the second one that came out in that series. Pretty cool figure. And my favorite one from the whole series, the Flash figure. Really liked this figure, as you can kind of see there. Pretty great figure. Then I could show you the DC Comics Injustice Joker figure. Pretty good figure too. I liked the game a lot, but wasn't too big a fan of the figures. I don't like this Injustice Superman at all. Just got it to complete the series. The Injustice Batman. Not my favorite Batman costume ever, but it's an okay figure, I guess. Here is Wonder Woman. I kind of wish they had done her Injustice. I kind of like her a lot. Here is Aquaman. Definitely one of my favorite figures from the line. I'm a big Aquaman fan. Most people don't like him, but I do. And Darkseid. The last one from the DC Comics Unlimited one. Move on. Oh, wait. Actually, there's one more here. Forgot about him. Justice Green Lantern there. Forgot all about him. He was a pretty cool one. And we can move on to Batman Unlimited. Just start with the Dark Knight Returns Batman. Pretty nice figure. We'll move to one that's just kind of a weird look, but I like it a lot. Planet X Batman. Really like the colors on him there. Comes with the little bat mite. Show off Vampire Batman. And these are in no specific order. I'm just picking them up out of here as I go. Here's the Batman from the Beware the Batman TV show. I like that show. It's a pretty good show. Here is the Batgirl figure. Pretty cool figure, I thought. Didn't have one of her yet, so figured I'd pick her up. Here is the Penguin. Not a big fan of the Penguin, but had to get it to complete my series. I'm a bit of a completist. And then just regular Batman. I like that costume a lot more than I do the one for Injustice. Alright, we can move on to my first ever figures. The Hunger Games. They don't stand up very well, but there's Katniss Everdeen. They inspired me to start collecting figures. I was just a huge Hunger Games fan, and I seen the figures, and I was like, oh, I gotta have these. And then the Dark Knight Rises one came out, and I had to have them too. Here is Peeta from Wave 1. And from Wave 1, Gale. And then wave 2. Here's Kato. The Hunger Games figures from the first movie weren't bad. They were pretty good. Here's Katniss from wave 2. Rue. And last but not least, Peeta in his training outfit. Comes with a little painted hand. I like that. And then we can do Hunger Games from the second movie. Not very good figures. The faces, I guess, look okay on Katniss here. Their bodies are really weird. Peeta looks weird, and his body just looks girly to me. And then here is Finnick. They did an awful job on his face. I mean, look at that face, and then look there. Nothing like at all. And we can move on to some Marvel Legends. Here's the big time Spider-Man. Pretty cool figure, but really bad paint job on the back. I've seen in some videos. It just didn't look good at all. And then his variant, Future Foundation Spider-Man. I like him a lot. He's one of my favorite figures I have, actually. Pretty rare figure. And here's the Marvel Universe version of him, the smaller one. Here. And then I have some Wreck-It Ralph figures. Loved that movie. It's a pretty great animated movie there. There's another one of him. And then Fix-It Felix Jr. Pretty good figures, though. They pretty good. I guess it's not that hard to make cartoony figures of animated people. And there is Superman from a DC Universe All-Stars Classics line. Or DC Universe Classics All-Stars, I should say. Superboy Prime. Pretty cool figure. I like him a lot. Red Robin's a pretty good one. And then just regular old Batman. Now we'll move on to Amazing Spider-Man 1 figures, which are not nearly as good as the second movie's figures. These are from the Walmart exclusive line. That's just regular Spidey. There's Spider-Man without the mask. Didn't do a bad head sculpt on him. He's pretty good. There's Ultimate Comics Spider-Man. Okay, don't really understand why he was in the line, because these aren't necessarily Marvel Legends, I guess. And then there's the Lizard. I have some Pirates of the Caribbean figures. Don't really like the movies, but the figures are $5, and I thought they looked really good. There's Angelica. Captain Barbossa. Gibbs. Probably my favorite from the line here, Blackbeard. I think he just looks really good. You can kind of zoom in on him there. Kind of see they did a really good job on him. And then Captain Jack Sparrow. His is actually really good too, I thought. Guess we can move on here to the Superman or Man of Steel Movie Masters. We'll start with Jor-El. I thought these were actually really good figures here. Here's Soups with the Key. Here is a regular Superman. And move on to General Zod in Armor, which was probably my favorite one from the line. If not that one, it's Black Suit Superman. Here is regular Zod. And if you look right there, his stand is turned around backwards, so it was like an error figure, which is the only reason I bought him. I kind of have doubles of him just because of that. There's Faora. Pretty okay figure, I guess. Not really a big fan of her. There's Black Suit Superman, which the red eyes, probably my second favorite figure. I'm not sure. It's between him and Zod in Armor. Really liked them both. There's Zod in Shackles. Took me forever to find him. Found him at Toys R Us. Paid $20 for him. He was $4 on Amazon the other day. And then have a few doubles, and then there's just the regular Zod without the error stand. Now we can move on to Dark Knight Rises figures, Movie Masters. That's Catwoman there. Batman. I figure I didn't understand Ra's al Ghul. I mean, he was in the movie for like 15 seconds. Don't really think he needed a figure. Took me a while to find him. I had to eventually just order him on Amazon. I actually never found him. And then the infamous Jim Gordon here, the Walmart exclusive. Very rare figure. I guess nobody picked him up. Another Batman, but it's just the Kmart exclusive one that comes with the exclusive blueprints. Picked him up too. Alfred. Only seen one of him, and it was at a Kmart. Picked him up. John Blake. Believe I only seen one of him as well. And then, of course, Bane. Which Bane and Batman are still peg warming. But I like this Bane figure quite a bit. They did a really good job. I liked the movie a lot. A lot of people didn't care for it much, but what can you say? Here is a classic TV series Batman. It's a pretty good figure, I guess. Once I got it, I decided, man, I don't really want to collect those, so that's the only one I got out of that series. I started collecting too late for the Dark Knight Movie Masters, so I only got the Joker. It's the only one I was able to find in stores. Move on to some figures I regret buying. Excuse me there. Hal Jordan here. The Green Lantern Movie Masters. They're okay. It's just the movie wasn't that good. That's Hal Jordan without the mask. And then they just had a lot of random figures. Rotlop Fan. No idea who that is. I guess maybe if I read the comics I would know. But the only one I really liked, Parallax, head and torso. And that's all he is, the head and torso. I like that a lot. Tomar Ray. I know who Tomar Ray is. I'm familiar with him, but not Keloy. No idea who that is. Krona. I know who Krona is. No idea who Moreau is. Here's Sinestro. It's not a bad figure. They did pretty good on Sinestro, I think. I wish they had done a Yellow Lantern Sinestro from the end there, like when he's in the yellow, but oh well. Hector Hammond. Awful villain. The worst choice of villain they could have made. I did not like him at all. Izamat Cole. No idea. Of course, there's regular Hal Jordan. And then Green Man. I actually like Green Man. He's in pretty cool packaging here. He's an exclusive. We'll move on. I got a couple of Watchmen figures. Found them for $1 a piece at Toys R Us. So I picked up Comedian and Rorschach there, without the mask. Actually, they did really good on these figures, I thought, but never really seen any more of them. I got some 3 3/4 inch Star Wars figures here from the Phantom Menace. I got the whole set, so I'm not going to show all of them. Other than that, let me get moved here. I have the new Amazing Spider-Man 2 Marvel Legends here. I have Spider-Man, Carnage, great figure, maybe my favorite one that I own. The Beetle, really cool figure. And Black Cat, just picked her up because I figured she'd be the hardest one to find, so I went ahead and got her. I also have this Justice League Shazam. I'm a really big Shazam fan. A lot of people don't like Shazam, but I like Shazam, and this is just a great figure. Then I picked up Titan Hero series. I know they're more kid-like, but they kind of bring out my inner child, I guess. So there's Iron Man, Iron Patriot. There's them with War Machine. There's Wolverine, Hulk, Spider-Man, Captain America. Thor, I actually got 2 of him. Someone actually bought me an extra one for Christmas. Wing Attack Iron Man, pretty hard one to find. And then here's a 6-pack with Iron Man Mark II, which is probably my favorite one I have out of all of them. Wolverine, Hulk, Spider-Man, Captain America, and then Stealth Strike Iron Man, which was a pretty cool figure. And the only ones I left out were these 3 Kick-Ass 2 figures, the MFer KA and Hit Girl. And then I guess I've got my open Marvel Legends figures here. Dark Hawkeye, Rhino, Iron Spider-Man, and Black Costume Spider-Man. Then I've got some open 6-inch ones down here. I'll be doing some reviews and stuff, but here's kind of a basic gist of things. That whole tub's full. And these, and then I got the ones on the wall, of course. But I'll be doing some reviews on some different figures. I'll probably put some reviews up of those 4 soon. Like I say, I only do in-box reviews. I can't really show you the articulation, but I kind of know how the articulation is from watching other videos. So, if you liked it, subscribe, leave some comments, tell me what I can do better, and tell me kind of what you all want. If you want me to do any reviews of any of these figures, I'll be more than glad to. Just leave it in the comments section. But yeah, that's about it. Thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed.